Hey everyone. Oh my gosh. I look really tired. I am really tired. It's kind of my life right now. It is what it is. Bags under my eyes. Um, so tonight we're going to talk about something awesome. Awesome. And it's something that's easy to do this time of year because this time of year is, a little bit easier to sell things than in the dead of summer. Don't mind me, I'm wrapping up in my buddy blanket. And if you're here, give a little shout out because I'm going live from my computer and I can't always see when people join. So I'll wait for a little bit to see if anyone's going to hop on because, hey, Jeanette, I see Jeanette just joined. Um, I'm going to wait because I'd love to have a back and forth conversation with you guys. So I like doing this on Facebook Live because it's easier. And then I'm also like, I feel like I'm talking to myself half the time. But I'm super excited for tonight's topic. Because increasing your business by 30% is something that I think could be really significant. So instead of having some like intimidating number being like double your business, quadruple your business, like 30% is doable. Okay, so think about what 30% would do for you. So when we're talking about your business, we're talking about the money that you're making. So if you're making $100 a month, we're talking about making $130 a month instead, right? So we're literally just talking about small steps because if you can grow your business by 30% every month, dang, right? In 3 months, you'll practically have doubled your business. So that's why kind of chunking it and breaking it into small sections is really important and easy to do, right? It's much easier to eat an elephant, right, bite by bite, than by trying to swallow the whole thing. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. The simple ways you can focus on growing your business by 30% every month. So this is for people that really want to take their business to the next level. You're just not sure how. So, anyways, that is our topic tonight. This is something that I have known for a while. I had listened to a podcast recently and it kind of put it all together for me. So it was one of those things where I didn't really know that's what I was doing until someone said, "Oh, that's what you're doing." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that is. I should probably share that with my team." So that's what we're talking about tonight. And because this is Movers and Shakers University, that's right. I brought out my whiteboard. We're talking increase your business by 30%. So let's talk about why this is important. I've already talked about kind of the idea behind growing your business slowly instead of rocketing off into space, because when you have like hyper growth, you have to normalize at some point, and that normalization can feel like a dip. And that's kind of where my business had gone over the past year or so. I grew really, really fast. I gained a lot of customers and a lot of team members really fast. And then everything kind of slowed down. So it felt like a dip, but really it's just normalizing. And so growing slow and steady, which many of you are doing, is really the key to success. So there's 3 ways we can grow our business in order to gain this 30% thing. So the first one, I'll pull this up, right? The first way we can grow our business is something obvious, and this is something we strive for all the time, and this is customer base. So our customer base are the people that buy from us, right? These are the people that buy from us on a regular basis. These are your normal customers. So I encourage you to sit down and write a list of who and or how many, so it's up to you if you want to be specific or, by listing names, or if you just want to go and do a ballpark. You can do this in the workstation contacts tab. You can sort by last order, and then you can see how many people ordered from you in September. How many people ordered from you in August? How many people ordered from you in July? And more than likely, you're going to see a consistent number. There's going to be the same number, give or take, throughout those months. Okay, so you might need to go back 5 or 6 months to get a consistent average, but That number is going to be different for everyone. But this customer base can grow by 10%. Imagine that your average over the past 6 months of people that are buying from you, let's say that there's 20, let's say that there's 20 people. I had to do some math in my head. Let's say there's 20 people that buy from you on average every single month. If you increased that number by 10% every month, so instead of having 20 people buy from you every month, you had 22 people buy from you every month, that would increase your business by 10%. Okay, so your customer base, growing your customer base by 10% is the thing. Okay, grow by 10%. Grow your customer base by 10%. So this is what I mean. You have to think, how are you going to meet new people? How are you going to get new customers? This is all about prospecting. Okay, you can prospect from parties, right? So if you're doing parties, you're actively meeting new people. This is where events come into play. This is where goodie bags come into play. Posting on Facebook, hey, I have some goodie bags. Who wants one? This is where fundraisers come into play. Passing out samples. Lots of ways you can grow your customer base. If you grow your customer base by 10%, that is going to be a 10% increase in your business. Got it? Grow your customer base by 10%. Next. Let me know if you guys have questions as we go through the lesson today. I told you it's Movers and Shakers University, guys. Okay, next. Imagine your total, let's say your average sale. Average sale. So what is the average amount of money that somebody is spending with you? What is the average amount of money? More than likely, it's around $40. That tends to be the average for most of our sales, right? Most people are buying a 6-pack. Some people buy a warmer in a 6-pack. So you take that average, right? And again, you go into your workstation and you look at who has ordered from you and what they've purchased. And if you increase that number by 10%, you've increased your business by 10%. So increasing your average sale per person. So let's go back to the 6-pack of wax analogy. Everybody the average person that buys from you is spending $30. Increasing that sale by 10% is adding $3. Well, what if everybody that ordered a 6-pack also bought a 3-pack of bulbs? Now you're at $35. You've grown more than 10% there. All right, that's like 15%. That's huge. If you can add a 3-pack of bars, a room spray, a car bar to every $30 order, you're going to increase your average sale, which increases your business. Okay, so increasing your average sale. This is all about upselling. Okay, let me go over here. This is upselling. This is using combine and saves. When somebody wants to order 4 bars, what is that? Who orders 4 bars? Buy one more so you can get one free. And what have you done? Someone that's going to order 4 bars and spend $24 will spend the extra $6 to get 2 more. They will. And that's more than 10%. So use combine and saves, upsell, always offer bulbs, and on the go. Always. Those are cheap, quick, easy things. What are they to do? Turn you down? Right? The last thing that you can do to increase your business. So these 2 things, if you increase them by 10%, that doesn't seem out of reach, you guys. Getting 10% new customers every single month, reaching and saying, who else can I sell to this month? How can I add 2 more people? Don't stop until you find those 2 more people so that you can grow by 10%. If you have an average of 50 people per month that are buying from you, then you have to find 5 more people. Okay? And the more you're in this business, the bigger your customer base, the better you will be at prospecting and gaining new customers. Same thing with this, your average sale. Upselling, learning to use your combine and save, learning to offer and feel comfortable offering. You guys, you joined Scentsy for a reason. You joined Scentsy because you love the products. So sell the products, right? I mean, people don't come to you because they don't want to buy. People don't come to you because they're annoyed by you. People come to you because they want the products. They see the value in the products. So show them what else we have. It's not being slimy or sleazy. It's showing them awesome stuff. Last way you can grow your business. And this is my favorite thing because it has to do with follow-up. And follow-up has always been my most favorite thing about this business. It's customer retention. You have to keep the customers that you have. So you have to analyze and think about how many customers have you had over the course of your business. So for me, almost 6 years, it's a lot, thousands. And how many order from me on a regular basis. If I can increase that number by 10%, increase the retention, that return customer base. So if you have, you can easily do this, you guys. You can go into your workstation and you can see how many contacts you have. And then you can see how many of those contacts have ordered from you on average over the past couple of months. Increase that number by 10%. Right? This isn't going out and finding new customers. This is working with the ones you already have that are sitting there going to Walmart or finding someone else to buy from. Okay? So this is where follow-up and customer service come into play. Did you see the 8 million things that I put in the mail today? I posted it on my personal page. I mail out, I do my monthly mailers. I think I posted it in our group page today. I did my monthly mailers today. I mailed out, I can't even tell you how many. I actually went all the way back to January, and I mailed out something to every single person that ordered from me since January. It was a lot. I spent a lot of money today. I'm not really proud of it because I don't like spending money on my business. But my idea there was right here with retention. I want to retain my customers. I don't want people to buy from me once. I want people to buy from me all the time. Okay, so retention is huge. This is where follow-up comes into play, and this is where customer service comes into play. So, customer service. Sorry, the teacher in me likes to write these things out, even though I have messy handwriting. So, follow-up, Maven, obviously key. But it doesn't have to be Maven. You don't have to subscribe to Maven to be successful at follow-ups. You guys, this is as easy as going into your contacts tab, saying who ordered from me 3 months ago, I'm going to send them a text message. Who ordered from me 3 months ago, I'm going to mail them a postcard. Who ordered from me 3 months ago, I'm going to call them. Whatever your form, your favorite form of communication is, use it. If you're not sending emails to your customers, make sure they're subscribed to your newsletter. Okay, you go in through the contacts tab and you have to individually subscribe them, but make sure they're at least getting that from you every single month. Scentsy does that for us automatically. And if you're like me and you would rather have control over every single piece of information that your customers are getting, you can use MailChimp for free. It is super easy to use. I send 2, maybe 3 emails out a month from MailChimp, and I get a response from it. I get people buying. I know that when I send a MailChimp out, I know I'm going to get orders from it every single time. Every single time I get orders from it. Same thing with my mailings. I sent my mailings out today. I can almost guarantee you by the end of the weekend, I will have gotten random PWS orders and text messages from people wanting to order things because they got my mailer. So retention is huge. So let's review. Growing your customer base by 10% every month. Look at the average number of people that buy from you every month and grow that by 10%. Okay? Upsell by 10%. If your average person is buying $40 worth of Scentsy, can you get them to spend $4 more? Okay? That's another 10%. Retain your customers better. Retain them more by 10%. Service the people that you have, so that if you have 100 customers and only 10 of them are buying from you regularly, see if you can get at least 1 more to buy from you, right? Turn 1 more person into that regular buyer, right? And so if you grow each of these categories 10%, that's 30% growth. And if you challenge yourself to do that every single month, Over the course of 3 months, you will have doubled your business. Now, if that's too much, pick one thing, pick one area and work on that. Whether it's the customer retention, whether it's growing your customer base, hey Mindy, or whether it's your average sale. Pick one of those categories and grow that by 10%. Okay? 10% is such an easy number to wrap your head around. It's not hard to chew 10%. Okay? You can grow your business by 10% easily by just focusing on one of these tasks. And if you're an overachiever and you really want to go for the gold, focus on all three at the same time, because when all three of these are working together, I can almost guarantee your business is going to grow more than 30%. It will, because that means you're putting in the time. So let's review, class. This is totally my wheelhouse. This is what I do all day, every day. So to increase your business by 30%, increase your customer base. This is through prospecting, parties, events, fundraisers, right? Goodie bag posts, getting new friends on Facebook, passing out samples, getting contacts, right? Increase your customer base by 10%. Increase your average sale by 10%. This is through upselling, using combine and saves. Always offer light bulbs and on-the-go products. They're lower priced, they're easy, they're almost hard to turn down. Why wouldn't you want your car to smell good? Of course, yeah, throw in a car bar too, right? What's the worst they say? No. And finally, retain your customers. This is through follow-up and customer service. Try to get 10% more people buying from you on a regular basis. Okay? This is the key to growing a really strong business, you guys. These things working together propels you to the next level. Because the more customers you have, the more prospects for sales and recruiting you have. The more sales and recruiting you have, the more team members you have. The more team members you have, the more your team sales are, the more you can promote, the more you can grow in this business, the more you can start making real significant money in this business when you have a team and when you're all working together for the good of everybody, right? Everybody helping everybody. Everybody wins in this business. And that's one of the reasons I absolutely love it. If you feel competitive in this business, you're in the wrong mindset. This business is nothing but empowering others to empower others. Like, it literally is. It is so awesome when you win, everybody wins. Like, it's so great, because that's just how the model's put together. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you. Increase your business by 30%. Something that I've always focused on. I just never really had the thing to like call it what it was. And so I figured I'd share it with you. Anyways, let me know what questions you have about it. If you are struggling in a particular area, you want to talk about it, or if maybe this sparked an idea, I can briefly share some of my ideas for growing my customer base. And I know not everybody has the same flexibility that I have, but for growing my customer base, that's what I focused on a lot last year with doing a lot of events. And obviously this year I'm not doing events. So I'm focusing on fundraisers this year, major way of getting contacts. And I'm also trying to do what I'm calling free events. So they are events that you don't necessarily have to pay a vendor fee to, and they're not even really events. It's more like setting up a table. So setting up a table in a local, what are they called? Assisted living facility, right? Where there's lots of elderly people who maybe have, allergic to candles, or they can't have candles. There's lots of staff coming in and out. There's families coming in and out, right? Hospitals, all of these places you can set up. Now, I don't suggest warming something just in case of allergies, right? But just setting up a small table and display, right? So that you can prospect and meet people. Some places will let you do that for free, right? There's lots of businesses and offices that will let you do that for free during lunch, right? Come in during lunch, set up outside their cafeteria, right? I'm not talking about a school. I'm talking about like an actual building, an office building that has a cafeteria, and just call them, ask to talk to the office manager, see if you could set up once a month, right? Once a month, just to get new customers, okay? That is huge. For customer retention, I do my MailChimps at least twice a month. I always include a ton of pictures. I try to share them on the group page when I make them. Hey Trinity. So yeah, that's one thing that I do. And then I have my VIP group, and I have my monthly mailings that I do for all to retain my customers. Because in my opinion, it's so much cheaper and easier to keep the customers that I have than it is to go out and find new ones. So I really want to keep the customers that I have. And then for upselling, this is probably my weak area for sure, because people will message me and they'll say, hey, can I get a 6-pack? And I just say yes. Like I don't even say, do you want a car bar? I do ask if they need light bulbs. I usually say, do you need light bulbs or anything else? Or if they ask me for light bulbs, I'll say, do you need any bars or anything else? So I usually try not to just say, okay. But it also depends on who they are. Because sometimes I know, like, oh, they already ordered, you know, $100 last month, so they just need this one thing. I'm not even gonna bother. So yeah, so let me know again what questions you have about it, what areas of weakness you have, or what you think you can do with this information. And if you're just joining me, you can go back and watch the replay, because I'm going to call it a night. I've been talking for 20 minutes now. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, cheers. Bye.